Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy T, putting the G in geek, coming to you with another episode of On the Hunt. You know, the weekly web series where I kind of tell you guys the hot books that I'm looking for. I gotta start this video off like I start all the videos off by saying, you know, this isn't really financial advice. This isn't really investment advice. You know what I mean? This is just for fun. Don't spend your rent money. We're just trying to get the hot books that cover price. Another point of this video is to share information with each other, share information with me. You know, I don't know what you're getting. I might want to get it. It's the best day of the week, comic day. So let's get right to it. As always, we're going to start out with Marvel, and the first book I'm going to pick up from Marvel is The Amazing Spider-Man number 800. This is the last story by Dan Slott. Could be good for a long hold, you know what I mean? It's probably not going to be in the short term, but you know that milestone issue like the 500, that Venom cover, you know what I mean? You are still looking at something. I've already read it, and let's just say that Dan Slott pulls out all the stops on this one, you know what I mean? Lots of characters, new introduction, like it's got a lot of good stuff in it, so I definitely suggest you pick up one of those. I wouldn't really mess with too many of the variants. I have a feeling that all of them are going to come down because like it is a really overprinted book, so I might grab the Delato just because I love it. I probably will grab the Frank Cho one as well just because I liked it as well, but honestly, if you're going for anything for just a hold, I would just grab that cover A. The next book I'm going to pick up is, and I might actually look for this one, that is Star Wars Lando, Double or Nothing number 1, the 1/25 Joe Quinones variant. It will probably be an underordered book since it's Lando. I can tell you guys that it is a nice first appearance of a movie character in this book, so I mean, if that 1/25 variant is out of your price range, I do still suggest maybe just grabbing a regular one. I'm not really going to spoil who the first appearance is, but yeah, I actually think that this is a really nice cover. And I also think that it's going to be underordered, so maybe if that 1/25 seems like it's at a good price point wherever you go, maybe it is worth the pickup. Next, I'll just move on to some covers. Like I said, small weeks when it's a 5-week month. The first book I'd pick up for the cover is Infinity Countdown Captain Marvel number 1. It's an In-Hyuk Lee cover. It's a decent Lee cover. The faces could be better. When I did see it online to order it, I did think it looked better, but it's still kind of decent in person, so I might pick up one of those. The next book I'd pick up is Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and Human Torch number 6. The Gerald Perel Deadpool cover. This is an awesome cover. It's really well done. It's definitely one of the cooler Deadpool mashups. I would love to actually see this character come to light. I think he looks good and badass. It's kind of like a Thing Deadpool cross. I could see this on a lot of like art and posters. It's just a really good mashup, so hopefully I can find that cover, you know what I mean, and hopefully it's not too rare. The next and the last book I'm going to pick up from Marvel is X-Men Red, the annual number 1, the Adams variant. It looks like it's already selling out online, and I do like the cover. It's kind of it's got a bit of an homage feel up to it. Not really though, but it's still pretty nice. You know, I do like the Art Adams, the Phoenix on it, so I'll probably pick up that, and yeah, that's gonna do it for Marvel. Next, we're gonna move on to DC, and only really 2 books that I'd pick up from DC this week, and both for just the covers. The first book I'd pick up is Aquaman Jabberjaw Special number 1. This is the Joshua Middleton variant, of course. This is just another one just for the cover, you know what I mean? It's a great DC Warner Brothers kind of crossover with the Hanna-Barbera, and plus Middleton is killing these covers completely. I don't think the cover is going to have the legs of the Batman, that last one, which caught everybody kind of off guard, but you know, since it's still riding the hype of the Batgirl, I do think that the cover will be sought after, and you're looking at least a 10+ book here. So I'd pick one of those up. And the only other book I'd pick up from DC is Doomsday Clock number 5. It's a really anticipated story. I did want to complete the set of it. Number 5 is finally back in effect, back after the delays. I'm really digging the Joker cover on this one. I mean, what better way to get people back into the series than to throw Joker on the cover of its return? Now I'm kind of dying to see how this Doomsday Clock stuff ties in with the Joker now. It's going to be interesting, so that'd probably be the last book I'm going to pick up from DC. Next, we're going to move on to IDW, and I'm only going to pick up one book from IDW, and that is Uncle Scrooge number 34, the Carl Barks B cover. Carl Barks is a legendary comic artist who drew like some of the earlier Donald Duck and a bunch of the and a bunch of the Duck family from back in the day. This cover is actually a rehash of his classic painting, The Expert, by him as well. I love how Scrooge is kind of loving his cash on this cover. He's like examining it hard. I think it's a really nice cover, and I do think it will kind of do something later, so I'm definitely going to pick those up if I see it, and that's IDW. Next, I'm going to move on to Image, and I'm going to play some Image Lottery with The Last Siege #1. This is a new series written by New York Times bestseller Landry Walker. It looks pretty interesting, you know what I mean? Definitely something to flip through, but you always got to try some of the new stuff coming out, so yeah, that's about it from Image. Next, we're going to move on to Aftershock, and the book I'm going to pick up from Aftershock is Pestilence, Story of Satan #1. This is revisiting the successful Aftershock comic. Hopefully the new series will be as good, because I mean, I heard the story was really amazing and it will trend as much as the following series did. I remember those #1s were pretty hot for a minute there. Yeah, definitely a book to check out from Aftershock. I could see Pestilence kind of doing something, so make sure you check that out. Moving right along in kind of a short week, we're going to go right to Dark Horse, and the first book I'm going to pick up from Dark Horse is Blackwood #1. This is a new book from the Milk and Cheese creator, Evan Dorkin. It looks kind of interesting. You know, it's another one of the indies. Like, it's going to be kind of a few indies this week that I'm just going to have a flip through, you know what I mean? Try to supplement a small week and kind of get myself something. So, yeah, that's about it from Dark Horse, but definitely something that I'm going to at least have a look at. Next up, Red Anvil. We're going to move right to a comic company called Red Anvil, and I'm going to pick up Mascara #1. This looks like a cool new book for horror fans. It's got some definite horror ties in it, so it's an interesting thing to kind of have a look at. I can't really wait to flip through it. Yeah, hopefully I can find this. Red Anvil's a pretty small publisher, so that's about it from Anvil. Let's get to Scout Comics. I'm only going to really grab one book from Scout Comics, and that is Stabbity Bunny #5. The series continues to demand a lot of attention. All the issues seem to sell out and kind of go up in price, so I gotta admit this is a pure spec pick. Plus, I've heard Stabbity Bunny is a really good series, but I'll probably wait for the trade myself. But I will grab this #5 and kind of check it out. Plus, I'm sure it'll be sold out eventually, like all the other Stabbity Bunnies are. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Scout. Last but not least, we're gonna move right on to Titan Comics. And the book I'm going to pick up from Titan is 2021 Lost Children #1. This is kind of being touted as being something, it's like a futuristic sci-fi kind of thing where the person gets powers. They're saying it's kind of like, might be something for fans of Akira. I was actually a really big fan of Akira back in the day. It's kind of old now, but it was something. It was really actually pretty creepy, and the way the whole story transpired, it was pretty neat. So this definitely warrants a flip through. If they say it's going to be like Akira, I will give it a check out. And yeah, that's going to do it from Titan. Well, guys, that's going to do it for another episode of On the Hunt. You know, thanks for joining me, and if you like this video, as always, kind of like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. Make sure you check out saddlecitycomics.com. We always have good stuff on there. We always have good content coming. I know these short weeks, it's brutal. There wasn't very many books, but hey, man, that does good for the pocket. So, you know, I'd love to stay and chat with you guys, but time is ticking. I got to get my butt out there and get these books. I hope you guys have good luck getting these books too. See you next week. Peace.